Ever catch yourself thinking marketing is so much harder than it used to be? You were not imagining it. Between plummeting social media reach, AI generated content flooding all of our feeds, and a world that seems to serve up a new crisis every single morning, marketing feels a bit like navigating an obstacle course but blindfolded. Here's the thing, well, that landscape has undeniably changed. That doesn't mean that effective marketing is out of reach. It just means that we as online business owners need to shift our approach. And in this video, that's exactly what we're going to do. Recently, I have been having the same conversation over and over again with online business owners, a bit like Groundhog Day. Whether they're just starting out or have been in this for a few years, they all have a common frustration. Marketing just feels harder than it used to be. And they're right, but not for the reasons that you might think. After diving deep into the data, speaking with lots of different entrepreneurs, and testing what's working and not working in my own business and the businesses that I work with through my CMO service, I've identified 4 key factors that are making marketing feel like an uphill battle. But more importantly, I've come up with some specific shifts that you can make to adapt this to this new reality. So let's break it down. Number 1, diminishing returns. Remember when posting on social media used to feel like shouting from a rooftop and everyone who was following you in your neighborhood could hear you? Those days are becoming a distant memory. So you might be feeling like your marketing efforts aren't quite hitting quite as hard as they used to. And more importantly, you're not alone in experiencing this. The truth is, we're experiencing a significant shift in marketing effectiveness across the board. Think about it. You're putting in the same amount of effort, if not more, to create and distribute your content, but the return on that investment keeps shrinking and shrinking. Recent data from Social Insider shows that Instagram posts now only reach about 4% of your followers on average, an 18% drop from last year. That means that for every 1,000 followers you have, only 40 people are likely seeing your post, and even less than that engaging with it. So what do you do about it? The good news is that it isn't a sign to throw in the towel on your marketing and social media. Instead, it's an opportunity to make some strategic shifts in how you approach your marketing. First is to double down on the channels that you actually own, like your email list, where you're not at the mercy of algorithmic changes. So make growing your email list and sending regular emails this year a priority. Second, focusing on deepening relationships with your existing community. You want to focus on those who are already engaging with your content and buying your offers. These people should be your main focus, right? So if we focus on our grass, it's going to be greener than if we're focusing on someone else's grass, or however that phrase goes. If you're on Instagram, you can add these people to your favorites feed so you see their content and engage with them there. The people who already know you are much more likely to engage back, which creates a positive feedback loop with the algorithm and helps your overall visibility. Finally, implement systems that streamline your content creation and distribution process so that you can maintain consistency. So, without burning out. For example, where can you create templates? Where can you set up automations? Where can you start outsourcing effectively? So if we're looking at that equation of like how much effort am I putting in versus what am I getting out of it, where can we reduce that active effort a little bit while still maintaining the output that you need? Reason number 2, increasingly saturated markets. With more people selling online than ever, the global digital product market is on track to hit $331 billion by 2025, according to Sellify. The market has become noisy and very saturated. Everyone and their mother wants a piece of that pie. And that's only been compounded by the tech disruption of AI, making it easier and easier for people to generate content. The rise of AI generated content has led to a bit of a paradox. More content does not mean better content. The thing to remember about AI is that it is a language prediction model. So it's going to give you the same spiel that everyone else is getting, unless you know how to prompt it and feed it great source material, but that's a convo for another day. But if everyone is using the same AI generated content, it's all going to start sounding the same. So how do you stand out? First and foremost, focus on originality over volume. I've heard a lot of people claim that in the age of AI, education content is dead. I don't think that's 100% true, but I do think your content and ideas must be built based on your lived experience and original ideas. Even better if you can jump on video and let your personality give your content even more of a unique edge. Next, prioritize community. So we've already touched on engagement in reason number 1, but it's a twofer and can help you build the community that you need to help people start seeking out your content, even if it's not being served on a silver platter up to them by the algorithm. You can give your community building an assist by adding in opportunities for real-time engagement like live video, virtual coffee chats, can't miss online events. These real-time interactions cannot be replicated by AI. Reason number 4, divisive world events. So let's talk about the elephant in the room and what I see as the final big factor in why marketing feels harder right now than ever. That's the constant stream of global events that keep us all walking on marketing eggshells. Whether it's politics, war, natural disasters, or other headlines, if you found yourself second guessing your content calendar or holding back on scheduling posts too far in advance, yeah, I'm right there with you. We're living in an era where the next major headline can shift the entire conversation in an instant. So how do you navigate this? Number 1, reframe your work, right? Remember that your work matters, even if it doesn't feel like you're making a massive impact all of the time. And if you're having trouble tapping into that mindset, I encourage you to revisit your purpose. How does what you do support the greater good? Think about how your helping people, your people, navigate their challenges, regardless of what else is happening in the world. Sometimes the most valuable thing you can offer is a sense of normalcy and progress in those times. Next up, stay flexible with your content and scheduling. So sometimes the right thing to do is to clear your outgoing content. And that's much easier to do if you don't have weeks or months worth of content to go and unschedule. So how I navigate this is, even though I batch my content about a month in advance, we only schedule a week at a time unless vacations are planned. Next up, draw boundaries. So decide on where your personal voice ends and your business voice begins. So maybe you'll speak out about certain issues on your personal profiles while keeping your business channels focused on your expertise. Or perhaps you'll weave both together. There's no universal right answer. What matters is having clear guidelines for which conversations belong where, making those split-second decisions during major events much less stressful and more aligned with your overall brand. So what's next? After outlining these 4 major shifts in the marketing landscape, you might be wondering how this applies specifically to your business. I've given you a lot of different shifts, and some may be for you and some may not. So where exactly should you focus your efforts first? Which strategies are going to give you the biggest bang for your marketing buck right now? That's exactly why I created a little marketing review from popular demand here. It's my What Got You Here Won't Get You There marketing call, and you can get my eyes on your content marketing efforts and a personalized roadmap forward. I'll analyze what's working right now for you, what needs tweaking, and identify at least 3 specific opportunities that you can implement right away to adapt this to this new marketing landscape. So no fluff, no generic advice, just practical, actionable insights tailored specifically to your business, delivered within 2 business days. So if you're ready to turn those challenges into opportunities, grab the link below this video to get your marketing review, and let's make sure that your strategy is built for today's reality, not yesterday's playbook. And if you enjoyed this video, make sure to like and subscribe to be notified whenever a new video drops.